Good morning and welcome to the 4th annual Head for the Cure 5K Columbus. I'm Executive Director Jenna Heilman, and I am so thrilled to bring this event to you virtually today. You know, Columbus, thinking about the last 4 years, we really have had an interesting time. The first year was a phenomenal year of support. We were able to host our event in person. The second year, the weather was not on our side, but then we followed up with a really great picnic to be able to celebrate the tremendous success of that second year. And then the pandemic hit. And what has been shown so well over these past 2 years is that the pandemic has not stopped the love, the support, the generosity, and the care that the Columbus brain tumor brings in order to support that important clinical research and patient care. So thank you so much again this year for showing your strength as we all honor those who have ever been impacted by a brain tumor. Over the past 4 years, you all have helped raise over $120,000. That is so fantastic, and there is still an amazing amount of time to do so again this year. If you're watching this and you realize, oh my goodness, I forgot to register, or I want to get that super comfy, soft green shirt and finisher medals, there's still time to register through Monday, May 24th. So make sure that you're sharing this with friends and telling them not to miss out on those amazing swag items. There's also plenty of time to donate. Donations will remain open for several months to come. So please check out more at headforthecure.org/Columbus. Head for the Cure really exists for 3 main reasons. It was started because of the legacy of Chris Anthony, who passed away from a glioblastoma. And that is simply to, 1, build awareness around this terrible disease. 2, is to raise funds that are needed in order to advance the treatment options for brain tumor patients, while also supporting them and caregivers through important programs. And 3, and what we are doing here today, which is igniting hope. That is hope that we all need so desperately, especially in this time of isolation and separation. Hope that you're not alone, because you do not journey by yourself. Whether you are a patient, a caregiver, a loved one, a clinician, you have an entire community around you. So by sharing your stories, by posting your own photos of how you are participating, you all are helping ignite that important hope. Over the last year, it was evident that we needed to provide advanced support across the brain tumor community. And we took the opportunity to enhance our Brains for the Cure program. Brains for the Cure is an online navigator for patients and caregivers to be able to become their own advocates throughout their journey, to become educated on the latest treatment options, terms, and technologies, but also on how you all can support each other. And then also to connect through similar videos of people going through different circumstances as a patient or caregiver, but then also through our online support groups. Our Patient's Perspective meets every first Thursday of the month, and our Caregiver Conversations meets every last Thursday of the month. And this is all done via Zoom, so we can really connect those patients and caregivers across the country. We know that brain tumors, while still rare, have a big impact on the lives of people who face this disease or love someone faced. We want to bring that community together through those support groups. So please check out brainsforthecure.org. It's an amazing resource that is at the tip of your fingertips to provide that support now while the advancement of treatments and clinical trials is going on for the future of care. We are so excited and honored to have amazing national support again this year. VML-Y&R is an international marketing agency that helped fuel the fight against brain cancer at the very first race 19 years ago. They have literally been by our side every single step of the way.
Hi there, my name's John Cook. I'm the CEO of VML-Y&R. VML-Y&R is an advertising agency, and we're all over the world. We're about 13,000 people in about every place you can imagine, but we're headquartered right here in Kansas City, Missouri, and that's where we first met Head for the Cure. And that was 20 years ago, and we've been a proud sponsor and partner and teammates ever since, and we're proud of every one of those years and all we've been able to do together. And that's something that has obviously been part of our history for the last 20 years, but our commitment is it's something that will always be part of VML-Y&R going forward. Thanks for everything, Head for the Cure.
Harry Campbell and his Get Real program has generated almost $500,000 in donations back to Head for the Cure. Harry does so in honor of his wife, Chris, who is a brain tumor survivor herself. He travels around the country, even virtually, giving his inspirational speeches. His latest book and engagement, Get Real Mindset, challenges each of us individually to accept and adapt to the crookedness of life, which really, if you think about it right now, we all could use a little bit of that guidance. So check out more about Harry Campbell today. Thank you so much to Gary and his team at Weather 2020. Even virtually, it's important to have that clear and accurate future forecast to allow us to pick the best days for us to do our own individual 5K at home. And new this year as a national sponsor is Parisi Coffee. Through online givebacks and providing our morning coffee at our future in-person 5K events, Parisi Coffee is fueling our fight against brain cancer. And finally, Novacure has been an amazing partner since 2015. Their Optune device is used to treat glioblastoma patients in a very patient-forward approach. Join me now as we learn a little bit more about the Optune device.
I had my daughter, and now she's 19 months, and she's a little human that we created, so we pretty much watching her grow up.
You can say hi to the phone.
Hi.
Here we are at our turnaround point, and you see I'm totally alone. Aha! We found him. He's a shade seeker.
Sonny and daughter-in-law graduated from medical school.
We didn't know that we would have the opportunity to sit there in the audience and hold hands. Well, they recited the Hippocratic Oath. So that was pretty special.
I've got a daughter and I've got some grandkids and a husband, and every time we get to celebrate one of their birthdays, it's just one more time that I'm here for it. And I'm so thankful for that.
Happy birthday, dear Pierre.
I gave Pierre a really special 60th birthday party last year, which also happened to fall on the day of his diagnosis anniversary 1 year. There were 55 people there, and they came from all over. Friends came from Texas, from Chicago, from Oregon, from Washington, and it was really special for him because it was all his friends really celebrating his life.
My wife and I were able to go to Ireland this year, and we spent 8 days there, and it was a great time.
This thing called a 5-peak challenge. You basically do the 5 highest peaks in San Diego in one day. I'd been training for that before, and I kind of took a break because I obviously have surgery. And I built myself back up. I accomplished the 5-peak challenge, which was a big feat for me.
Pierre is a major football fan, being from Texas. So I bought tickets to a Chiefs game at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City and flew us out there for a game. During the halftime, the cheerleaders came and found us and gave him a signed ball by Chris Jones. So that was really amazing.
I'm an avid guitar player, so I got back into doing that, and I played a couple live gigs and just doing that with the Optune on. So I wasn't going to let cancer or the thought of cancer and the diagnosis kind of take away from living my life.
Each year on my craniversary, I send a note to my surgeon and to my doctor and just, tell them how appreciative I am that I'm still here to be able to send that note.
And we know that we could not do this event without the tremendous support of the Columbus community. And of course, that means our local beneficiary. We're proud to partner with the Neuro-Oncology, Novel Therapies, and Research Fund at The Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center, Arthur G. James Cancer Hospital, and Richard J. Solove Research Institute. The world-renowned experts at the James are transforming the way brain cancers are prevented, detected, and treated. To deliver the most effective brain cancer detection and treatment, our nationally renowned experts identify and understand cancer at the biologic and genetic levels, unlocking the molecular code of a patient's disease and pinpointing what makes each cancer grow, then discovering what stops it. Our team spans a broad range of disciplines from neuro-oncologists and radiation oncologists to neurosurgeons, neuropathologists, genetic scientists, and more, all specializing in brain cancer and only brain cancer. We want to give a huge shout out to Dr. Giglio, Dr. Goranovich, Dr. Ong, Dr. Pilanigam, Ashley, Erica, and the entire team at the James. Thank you so much for your tremendous support again this year. Thank you so much again this year for showing up, for being a part of this event, for registering, for donating, sharing your photos of how you're participating in the 5K today, and most importantly, helping us reach our 3 goals of building awareness, raising funds, and igniting hope. You all truly are helping us show those who are facing this disease that no one journeys alone. It's now my honor to be able to introduce Maddie, who is your regional relationship coordinator that you've worked with for the past couple of years. She's been by your side each day to help brainstorm new ideas, help with those individual fundraising and questions that you have. And we're so excited to kick off this event by introducing Maddie, because she's going to take it the rest of the way. Thank you again for being here today, and we hope you enjoy the 5K.
Good morning, everyone. It's so exciting to be here with you today. I've truly enjoyed getting to know each and every one of you through our many emails, phone calls, and even some Zoom meetings. It has been my pleasure to work alongside you to make this a truly special event for our Columbus brain tumor community. While we don't get to be together physically, it's so special that we're able to see all the brain tumor community coming together in this way and showing your support. Our 5K will feature a few walkers today. Help me welcome members of Lori Joe's Journey and #SorrellStrom. We are so grateful for their continued support as they help us walk a traditional 5K in honor of the Columbus brain tumor community. Later on, we'll hear from our fantastic beneficiary, Neuro-Oncology, Novel Therapies, and Research Fund at the Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center, the Arthur G. James Cancer Hospital, and Richard J. Solove Research Institute. We will also celebrate all of our survivors today, along with those nominated survivors and caregivers for our Keeping the Faith and Legacy of Love recognitions, and honor those we have lost with our celebration of life. We want to recognize all the hard work you have all done in this event by celebrating our top individual fundraisers, top fundraising teams, and largest team. Don't forget to send us your photos of you and your team completing your own 5K after our virtual event, no matter how you want to complete that. Make sure to tag Head for the Cure when you post on social media. We want to see how you and your team are fighting back against this disease. After everyone has had a few days to complete your own 5K, we will gather via Zoom for a post-event celebration. This will be time to reflect on the virtual event and see others from the Columbus brain tumor community. Make sure to join us this Tuesday, May 25th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information, visit headforthecure.org/Columbus. Thank you for your participation, and we hope you all enjoy our 5K virtually in your home today.
Hi, I'm Shelly Downing, and I am walking in Head for the Cure 2021 in Columbus. One of the reasons that I support Head for the Cure is that 87,000 people in the United States will be diagnosed with a brain tumor this year alone. I am also walking because my father had a 9-month battle with glioblastoma. Another fact is that between the years of 1998 and 2014, there were 78 investigational brain tumor drugs that entered the clinical evaluation process. 75 failed.
I'm Kim Asbury. I'm here for the Head for the Cure for Columbus, Ohio virtual 5K. I support the Head for the Cure because in 2019, I promised my little sister, Lori Jo Mines, that I would make a purpose from her pain. Also, I support Head for the Cure because the average survival rate for glioblastoma patients is 12 to 18 months. That's not enough time. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shelly Downing.
Hi, I'm Kim Asbury. And I'm Autumn Makers. We're here for our Head for the Cure 5K walk. Thank you. Hi, I'm Kim Asbury. I'm here with Central Ohio Head for the Cure 2021 virtual 5K. I run for Lori Jo's journey. Lori Jo Mines was my little sister who at the age of 40 succumbed to stage 4 glioblastoma. I support Head for the Cure because they support brain cancer and brain cancer awareness and research. If you would also like to support them, please go to www.headforthecure.org. Thank you.
As a local of Ohio, I'm especially proud to support the Columbus 5K. We are lucky at NovaCure to partner with Head for the Cure in support of all people impacted by glioblastoma. Thanks for getting outside for the brain cancer community, and most importantly, stay hydrated.
So my connection to brain cancer is my younger sister was diagnosed in early 2020. She was lucky they were able to fully remove the tumor. So, her prognosis was good, and we have been, I guess I would never thought I would use the word brain cancer and lucky in the same sentence, but, she has a pretty, favorable prognosis. My connection with, and why Head for the Cure is so important to me is that, I formed last year while she was kind of going through her surgery and the pandemic, and 2020 was kind of a crazy year for everyone. But, think of a craniotomy and a brain cancer diagnosis on top of all of that. So some of my family members had, come together and, donated some money and gift cards and gave it to my sister Anna, who the team is named after. Our team is Gray Anatomy, and Anna is part of the anatomy. But my family members donated some gift cards and some money, and she almost felt guilty receiving it because 2020 was such a hard year for so many people. So I decided that I was just going to find some, brain cancer related charity and raise an equivalent amount of money. So she did not have to feel like that or guilty about accepting the gift, because, there would be an equal donation made to a charity. And I found Head for the Cure. I was set out to raise I think $200, because that's what, I was trying to match. And we ended up raising, I think, maybe close to 3,000. I can't remember what the amount was, but it was amazing the way, everyone responded, from our elementary school teachers to kids we went to high school with, coworkers from all the years that both my sister and I have been in our careers. It was just amazing to see the response. So Anna has done a couple things to share her story. She, during her whole crazy 2020 with the pandemic, and my sister is a very gifted writer, or at least I feel she's very gifted. And she has a Caring Bridge page where she has documented her experience with the pandemic and with brain cancer and her diagnosis, and how she's dealing with that. And she has also been able to, somehow manage a little bit of humor in it also. So she has a significant following on Caring Bridge of friends, family members. So she started her account prior to her first craniotomy, and still posts, fairly regularly, just to keep everyone updated and informed. The statistics that, or one of the things that's very important to me about, fundraising and raising awareness is, for the most part, the mortality rates haven't really changed that much in the last 30 years. And so just the more fundraising, the more data, the more information that healthcare providers and, can have, the better people who are diagnosed with it, the better chance that they have.
Hey guys, I'm halfway through my 5K. I'm going to do a hike today. Really excited to celebrate with you guys today and defeat brain cancer step by step. So let's get out and enjoy the day and do our 5Ks.
Shelly Downing. I am the team captain for #ScoresAllStrong. So my father was diagnosed in December of 2017. He was diagnosed with a GBM, and he had been suffering from like headaches and some eye issues. And we took him to the doctor. He was saying some really weird things. And we took him to like a local urgent care. And then they took him down for an MRI, and they came back and we found a mass. And so that was our journey. And he lived 9 months. So it means a lot to me. I have really kind of made it my why, to let people know that how devastating brain cancer can be, and to get as much research and funding to brain cancer. And I use this time as I'm leading up to Head for the Cure to really reach out to my friends and my family who maybe didn't realize the journey that we went through, but also to memorialize my father also. That this disease doesn't discriminate. I've also found that it was really hard for us to, knowing what the diagnosis was, knowing what the life expectancy was with the GBM4, to continue to have that hope for him. So there were things that I wish we would have done, to, just little things like having him write "love you" or have him write his name, different things like that we could use for like tattoos or different things like that. But we didn't want to do that because we still had hope. But we found bright spots in a lot of different ways. I want to keep fighting against this disease, so that not many people or no one has to go through what we went through. And I know we kind of had it easy, and when you compare to other people's journeys. I want funding to be increased. My dad didn't qualify for any trials based on his age, based on where his tumor was. In our journey, we started with one hospital here in town that was associated with his family care. And when we went, we had the first tumor removed, and then we wanted to look into oncology. I'll never forget when we met with that oncologist through that hospital, they said, I would strongly urge you, if it was my family member, I would be going to a place that does have trials. And luckily in our backyard, we have the OSU James in the first time. So research and funding to not just continue to fund OSU James, but to also fund other hospitals that don't have what the James Cancer Hospital does have.
75% of people diagnosed with this disease don't do. I survived. Brain cancer is a largely underfunded and very deadly disease. We can change that. I survived thanks to the tireless efforts of the researchers behind the scene, the men and women of the James Cancer Institute and Soloff Research Center. The James survives because charitable organizations like Head for the Cure help fund their general research. I thank Head for the Cure every day for giving me a second chance at life, and I encourage everyone to get involved. Head for the Cure, defeating brain cancer one step at a time.
Head for the Cure's 5Ks look a little different this year, but the compassion and support remains strong.
A son, a brother, a nephew, a cousin, and certainly a friend. John's determination and faith never faltered. John, you will always be our inspiration.
So as we walk today, like many other families with Head for the Cure, let us remember and support these warriors in hopes of treatment advances they so deserve and need. Thank you, Head for the Cure.
Team John Strong lives on!
Of our Head for the Cure walk.
Head for the Cure.
Hi, my name is Dr. Clem Polnagam. I'm one of the neuro-oncologists here at Ohio State and the James Cancer Hospital. On behalf of the Division of Neuro-Oncology, I'd like to thank you for helping support our Neuro-Oncology Novel Therapies and Research Fund, which will surely benefit our patients with gliomas and other cancers involving the nervous system. As you know, we're currently expanding our clinical research studies and treatment options for patients, and you guys are playing an integral part in that. So thank you again, and good luck with the 4th annual Head for the Cure. Let's create a cancer-free world together. Thank you again.
Thank you, Dr. Pillenagam, and all of those of the Ohio State Comprehensive Cancer Center, James Cancer Hospital, and Soul Research Institute team. It is truly amazing the work that you and your team are continuing to do in support of the brain cancer research and programs, and we're so honored to be partnered with you this year. At this time, we'd like to acknowledge all of our brain tumor survivors. They inspire us today through their journeys, positive attitudes, stories, and ability to still smile and face each and every day. These brain tumor warriors have motivated so many to participate in this year's virtual event. It really goes to show that no one fights alone, and we will continue to build awareness around this disease.
Mandy, Anna, Sam, Ken.
Now it is time for one of our favorite parts of the event, where we get to honor a survivor with our Keeping the Faith presentation and caregivers with our Legacy of Love recognition. These incredible individuals were nominated by their loved ones.
Head for the Cure 5K events are not only successful fundraisers in the fight against brain cancer, but unique tributes for those currently fighting this terrible disease and remembering those who have lost their battles. Head for the Cure was started in honor of a man named Chris Anthony. Chris's motto was always keeping the faith. He lived it daily. He signed off every email with keeping the faith, and his faith enabled him to maintain his grace, dignity, courage, and strength throughout his illness. That's why every year we honor brain cancer patients and their loved ones with a special recognition we call Keeping the Faith. Each of their stories is personal and special, and all are inspiring. Anna Espy, nominated by Maida Krieger. Anna is a survivor of a stage 2 oleodendroglioma in her right temporal lobe. Anna originally started feeling symptoms around Christmas 2019. After consulting a neurologist and ruling out some other potential causes, she went for an MRI in February 2020, and based off the results of the MRI, was diagnosed with a low-grade astrocytoma. Anna was scheduled to take a family vacation to Disney 4 days after her diagnosis. Her neurologist encouraged her to take her trip and consult with a neurosurgeon upon her return. Dr. Anglove at the Cleveland Clinic met with Anna immediately upon her return from Disney. On April 7th, Dr. Anglove performed a craniotomy and successfully removed the tumor. After consulting with multiple radiation oncologists, they determined that chemo and radiation were not needed. In between the initial MRI and the craniotomy, an unprecedented global pandemic was impacting everyone. As everything from healthcare to restaurants closed down, the status of Anna's surgery was up in the air. It is a blessing that Anna was able to have the strength to move forward with the surgery. Her tumor had grown from the size of a large grape to the size of a clementine in a few short months. It was not easy. She was not able to have any visitors or support people due to COVID protocols. Her husband dropped her off at the clinic and could only communicate with her via phone until he picked her up upon her release. Anna currently receives MRIs every 3 months at the Cleveland Clinic's imaging location in Dayton, Ohio. Anna has the gift of writing and providing a bit of well-needed humor to life. She has detailed her experience with the pandemic and living with a brain tumor on her Caring Bridge page. To everyone who loves her, Head for the Cure's mission is vitally important. The more resources and research for brain tumors increases Anna's long-term prognosis, and we are all very thankful for that. Thank you for your courage and for allowing us to honor you. The Legacy of Love Award was implemented at our North Texas event in 2011 in honor of Stevie Patrick. She was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the age of 28, and although Stevie would go on to battle brain cancer for 3.5 years, her heart was always open to reach out and help others, even as she was going through an incredibly difficult time. Stevie always took the high road and walked through each day with great integrity and a big smile on her face. This award is easily defined by actions of integrity, encouragement, determination, and truly loving and serving others, especially those in need. The recipient of this must have a strong desire to encourage and help others. This deserving person must be a leader each day and also have the courage to smile in the midst of adversity. We'd now like to share their story. Maida Krieger, nominated by Anna Espy. The minute I called my sister Maida last year to tell her my MRI was abnormal, her big sister instincts kicked in. Since then, she has been my biggest supporter, my advocate, my shoulder to cry on a personal mission to make sure there is a cure for my tumor if and when it decides to rear its ugly head again. She has taken the lead in organizing a Head for the Cure team and has donated so much of her own personal funds because the cause means so much to her. Despite having her own family to take care of and living an hour apart from me, I know that she will be available if I ever need anything or if my husband or daughters need anything. Fighting any type of brain tumor or cancer should never be a one-person job. I have been lucky enough to have so many family members, friends, coworkers, community members, etc. in my corner, but the strength and courage I receive every day from my sister is something I can't do without. Shelley Downing, nominated by Kim Asbury. In 2019, Shelley Downing and her family joined Head for the Cure to honor her dad, Joe Scorziel, who unfortunately passed away from glioblastoma the previous year. Joe fought bravely for 9 months at the James Cancer Hospital and Sloan Research Institute in Columbus, Ohio. After his last trip in 2018 to the James, Joe never returned home. Since then, Shelley has worked tirelessly to raise awareness and funds for the Head for the Cure. Last year, her team Scorziel Strong was one of the largest teams participating in the Columbus Head for the Cure virtual 5K and won several awards. This year, Shelley Strong is slated to be in the top 3 teams in terms of fundraising. I would like to nominate Shelley Downing for her tremendous work and service to the brain cancer community and Head for the Cure.
Again, thank you for allowing us to celebrate our Keeping the Faith and Legacy Love recipients. We know that this disease has taken too many loved ones from us. We now have the privilege to honor these individuals by sharing memories submitted by their friends and families for our Celebration of Life tribute. You can still submit a Celebration of Life by visiting headforthecure.org/Columbus and clicking on Celebration of Life. These individuals and so many more are why we continue to fight for a cure in their honor. As we come to the conclusion of our event, it is now time to celebrate all the funds raised by our teams and individuals. These funds will support the important work at our beneficiary. It is now my great honor to be able to recognize the top teams and individuals for the following categories.
Now for our largest team awards. Tied for third place, we have #SrailSong and OSU Tuminators. They each had 9 participants this year. In second place is Lori Joe's Journey with 10 participants. And team number 1 with an amazing 13 participants this year is Team Gray Anatomy. We will be mailing Gray Anatomy their award this year, but everyone give them a round of applause for some amazing participants. For our top fundraising teams, in third place is Team #SrailStrong, who raised $883. In second place is Team Lori Joe's Journey, raising more than $900. And again, in first place, raising almost $5,000 is Team Great Anatomy. Let's give them a round of applause and a round of applause for all of our amazing teams. And now for individuals who went above and beyond for fundraising this year. In third place this year is Kim. Thank you, Kim, for all your support over the years. And in second place is Aaron. Thank you so much, Aaron. And our top fundraiser is Maida. Thank you so much, Maida. We will be mailing you your top individual fundraising award. Let's give those 3 individuals a good round of applause for all their work. We are so honored to be a part of the Columbus brain tumor community. This year, we had nearly 80 participants, 9 teams, and have raised almost $20,000 to help fund the clinical trials and patient programs at the James. Way to go, Columbus!
Thank you so much to everyone for your support this year in our virtual 5K, as well as supporting by showing up today, by participating, donating, sponsoring, or simply checking in. Thank you for your continued support. Registration will remain open through Monday, May 24th. Donations will remain open for several more months. We encourage you to invite your friends, family, and neighbors to join in the fight. One easy way to do this is simply by sharing this video with them and encouraging them to donate. We know right now that we are apart, but no one is ever alone in their journey. We cannot wait to see each and every one of you at the 5th annual Head for the Cure 5K Columbus. To find out more about how you continue to show your support, check out headforthecure.org/Columbus, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thank you.